Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Boy. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. Welcome to the 38th episode of After Hours Go With Us Live. I'm Carlos Silva, talking with you from Miami, from North Miami in Aventura, and I'm joined by my dear buddy, Collin Kendall.
Hey, welcome in.
And directly from Orlando, our buddy, Jason Canapp.
Well, hello. Oh, I'm like off center there. Hello, hello, hello. I don't know what Collin said. Did he say welcome in? Or y'all come in now? What?
Don't make fun of me. I can't help it.
Something like that.
Is everything okay with you guys?
I'll come back now.
It is. I'm gonna have to shift. I do want to show you something though.
What?
Oh, is he gonna get naked?
God.
Please don't. This is a PG show.
Yeah.
Kind of G-rated.
Oh,
that's
right. It's alright.
Too.
It's alright. Good. Good.
Get nervous there, Collin, for a second.
I was, not again. I had to see this once before. It didn't go well then. It's not going to go well now.
Buddies, let's talk Disney.
Let's do it.
Now is the time.
Now is the best time.
And we have to say hello to our friends, to everybody that is joining to the show. Let's see who is showing up here. Valerie, Joe, Peter, Callie, Caleb, Michael Riley, Bea from Brazil, all the way from Paraná, Brazil. Tom McMillan, Jason Canapp is here too. Peter Mino, Mark Jones. Who I saw comments from Ben, also Ben from UK. Let me see what I have here. Terry Darty, Michael Riley, Susan is also here. Susie Marchetti, Patricia is here. Renato Posca, all the way from Brazil too, is here. Welcome. And then we have Jason.
He can't help it.
He can help
this music. I can't take it. I love it. I can't take it.
Well,
yeah.
To the people that are sharing it out in the comments, I saw a few different people comment that they cheered the stream tonight. So thank you for that. That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's
you're inviting your friends to watch me disrobe in the first 5 minutes. Of
yes. Let me turn off this song now.
Wait for Act 2.
I think that song should just play throughout. It should just be the
whole time.
Yeah, can I unveil who's playing there?
Sure.
It's me.
Did you want him to say no?
Holly, no, you never know.
What would you have done if I said no? No.
Callie, Holly is here. Callie, also Kim. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Let's talk Disney, and let's move on.
Now is the time. Now is the best time.
And we have there are many news, and I have to tell you that there's some news that probably due to the fact that I'm on diet, I got so excited when I saw.
I think you even brought pictures, didn't you?
Oh my gosh, tons of pictures. Okay, so who's going to start? Let's start all together. Okay, one thing that actually happened last week, and we did not discuss that much because actually when it was unveiled was during our show, the day of the show, or the day after, I think, was all the news regarding the celebration, the 50-year celebration, and all the things that are coming. Yeah, and I have to bring that. The whole thing regarding the beacons of magic, everything that is going to to be created and to be unveiled in all the four beacons, icons for the parks.
Carlos is so excited about the pixie dust.
Oh yes, that's. But I'm really excited about that. I'm trying to figure out. How they're gonna do that, because they're
gonna take Tinkerbell and float her over the castle and tap her softly, and then they.
But they say they're going to unveil. They're going to wrap around the castle. That's the thing that I'm trying to see. Yeah. Do you think that drones will be back in their area, or is there something really special?
I doubt it. Maybe in Animal Kingdom, but let's hope for the best.
Yes.
You never know.
The other thing, the other one that is going to be also really important is the one with the spaceship Earth, because they already, there was an Imagineer that already told that the changes to Spaceship Earth are not only for the 18-month celebration of the 50 years. They're gonna last forever.
Yeah, this
forever.
Yes. I thought this was gonna come true a few years ago, and they kind of showed up after the fact. Well, it's showing up now, but after they did the Mike Wazowski thing years ago, I mean, they have the tech to do it, so why not keep it around?
Yeah, but the whole thing is that they're gonna have little lights that are going to go around the spaceship Earth or the globe.
Because you think they're going to be on the actual spaceship Earth?
Yes.
Like building.
Yes.
I'm not so sure.
Yes, I think
I'm partially convinced.
That's why I think, and I'm only guessing here. I think that we're gonna see something in terms of cranes and works around Spaceship Earth.
Maybe.
Pretty soon.
Oh no. Maybe what they'll do instead is have some kind of you know how in Disneyland at the Matterhorn they'll have the mountain climbers. You know the rock climber guys go up the.
You're gonna have somebody
something like that.
Spaceship Earth.
Could be.
That's what they hired Carlos for.
Do you remember then they used to promote when they used to promote like 30?
Spider-Man? They could bring. No, I guess they can't because of all that.
They can't do the
Universal thing.
But remember something like 35 years ago, you used to have that Disney promo about Disney World, that you have a Mickey on top of Spaceship Earth.
He's still up there. He's still up there.
Forgot him there.
He's stuck.
Right.
And well, let's go. There's something I like to talk about a little bit is and got me really excited too. So let me bring me to because the overlays are here. Is everything that is coming up with the news from the Ron Moore, this guy here. I don't know.
What did you call him?
Roundworm? Ronald Moore is Ron
I don't
Moore.
think he'd appreciate that.
I don't know. I thought he said. Was he talking about the person?
Yes, Ron Moore. Ron Moore. Okay.
Moore. Okay, I'm with you now. Okay.
Ron Moore. Okay, how do I say
that? Colin, add that to the list for next time.
Add that to the list. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Ron was a guy. He was the script guy behind Star Trek: New Generation, Battlestar Galactica, the new show. He's a really interesting guy, and Disney actually the part of Disney that brought him in was 24 Centuries TV. So he came from the Fox side. And what's the big news? He's on board to do something called the Magic Kingdom Universe.
He's the guy doing that thing.
Yes.
That thing you're all excited about.
Why I'm all excited about it.
I don't really know much about it, though, honestly.
Because
it's a tie into the SEA, isn't it? Correct?
That's
what's SEA?
Yeah.
Have you lived under a rock?
I'm trying to play the part here. I know it's a
guy. First installment, the first series the first series in this whole thing of the Magic Kingdom universe is going to be the Society of Explorers and Adventurers.
What's that?
It is that whole thing that the guys there's some examples of like a guy like Albert Fall, who is the guy who created the Skipper Canteen and was one of the captains on the Juggalo Cruise. Or Bernard Bullion, with the guy that was the owner of Big Thunder Mountain.
Did you say Skipper Canteen, also known as the best table service in the Magic Kingdom. That's Skipper Canteen?
Not kind of, yes.
make
We're
sure.
going to
Don't
discuss
give him
about
props.
that
Just
later.
make sure
Yeah,
it's
we're
clear.
going to save it for later. But guys like Harrison Hightower, the owner of the Hightower Hotel in Tokyo Disneyland, and also, what do they do have in common? They are all members of the Society of Explorers and
Adventurers.
Along with
Do we
Jacques
know if
Lindsay.
the show itself? Go ahead.
There's so many of them. They are behind the story of the Magic Kingdom attractions that
And it's gonna be a Disney Plus thing.
it's going to be a Disney Plus original series brought by 20th Century TV with Ron Moore and he's working right now. What he's doing is he's working in all the scripts with Disney Imagineering. So
And I
they're getting
assume,
together.
Is this going to be worldwide parks or just U.S. parks? Has that part been announced yet? Or at least shared?
No details about that because actually the press went to talk with Disney Plus and Fox and
They get
Disney.
a lot of filming in Disneyland done right now.
That's true.
But
It's like, hurry up, guys, get the script.
But you know
Get
one
it now,
thing.
get it now.
You know thing. The nice thing is that this guy Ron, he was receiving offer for many different studios and many different streaming service, but he said no. My thing is Disney. I want to do something with Disney, and I want to do something related to this to the parks. So they would in that universe they're gonna start to bring our favorite lands, Frontierland, Adventureland, Tomorrowland, to this universe and with the specific spin-offs and things like that.
You know what they should call it? Revenge of the Imagineers is what they should call it.
Yes. Revenge of the IPs, of the original
No, it's not
classic
Revenge.
IPs.
Yeah, originally, that's right.
Yeah, the ones, because finally we're going to have the original classic IPs from the park standing up and having their own universe. That's amazing. That's amazing. And that's it. Collin, do you have something?
Oh, only other thing would be if we want to talk about the things that dropped today.
Yes, let's go.
Something dropped
Let's
today.
go with it. Yeah, so Flower and Garden Festival menus are finally out, which is actually kind of late to the game because I think it starts, the 2nd? March 2nd? Third? Something like that?
Third.
So very, very soon. So they're a little later than usual this year, but there's a lot of neat things added to it or changed or shifted. And I think Carlos is going to show us some pictures here.
Yes.
Is the black and white cookie back?
They
Not for
launched
this
the foodie guide, for the Flower and Garden Festival. But there's one thing that what I separated here. Look, this
looks so
popsicles
good.
from the refreshment post, and let me try to find the description here because I cannot.
It's like the only weather in Florida that you can enjoy popsicles too is early springtime.
No, it's
because
already
it's not
passed.
like 1,000,000 degrees and it doesn't melt instantly.
I'm trying to find. Sorry, guys.
That's why they put it on a
Wait
plate.
till you see Jason melting instantly next week.
There you go. There
We're
you go.
already in
Oh, I
summer.
found it here. So the popsicles. I'm trying to get the.
What do you do?
No, sorry.
Trying to read the description, I believe.
I don't know why. They're
Find it.
popsicles. They're sweet.
It's
they're,
a honeydew, raspberry mint, and coconut lime. These are the popsicles.
What was the last one?
Coconut lime.
Oh, you weren't interested a second ago.
And then also this one from the American Adventure booth there. They're gonna have this, which is totally based in Cajun food, and I love that too. I've got
Did this replace the smokehouse this year? Since they have Regal
yes,
Eagle now?
yes, that is replacing. Is gonna do all this Cajun thing. So as we're talking about food, let me bring this.
I have a news item too, so don't move on too far.
Oh, there's
So good.
this new
What is-
hot
I don't know
dogs.
what half these
the-
are, and they look
The Mardi Gras hot dogs that you're
Yeah,
gonna
that's
have
not
in
part
Disney.
of the festival though.
No, it's Disney Springs. The
different food.
one in the left is from the Wolfgan's. No, it's from the
Every place,
sausage
isn't it?
place. That
Oh, you think it's BB Wolf?
BB Wolf?
Yes.
That
And
makes sense because it is a sausage rather than
I thought
just a
that
normal
I thought
hot dog.
one of them was Everglades, or I thought both of them were Everglades.
No, no,
One
it's
of them's a
not.
food truck, I believe, down in the circle.
And the
where they have that.
right one is from the food truck. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. And
they
then,
might be doing one too. I don't know. I haven't seen
They
them.
are doing one.
and
These
there's
chicken
some
little-
news.
these
There's some
chicken
news
things
from
look
Dahlia
amazing.
Lounge. Dahlia Lounge also has some new items. The
Nervous about
hamon
That sandwich was so good.
sandwich and this chicken wings. And
What's
also,
on that ham sandwich? Do you have the description of that ham sandwich by any chance?
Yes,
I bet it's the
do
same
have.
meat that they put on the charcuterie board.
This
which means
is
it's
what
amazing.
But it also looks like it might be that jelly that they put on that thing
the
with the
fig
goat
stuff?
cheese.
Is-
Yeah.
Oh, yes, yes.
stuff's
It-
I need to
magic.
know if that's that in a sandwich form. I'm going to leave right now.
Is jamon
Right there,
serrano,
yeah.
jamon serrano, manchego cheese, roasted garlic aioli with honey on a toasted baguette.
I'm out.
I'm gonna eat.
I'll see you guys. I'll
I knew it. I knew it.
I'll rejoin you when I get there.
And that's also
this show up,
and that's
Carla?
also from our favorite place. There's some news from there. There's Sangria University. You're gonna have the tasting of 4 types of sangria: the Tinto Sangria, the Rosado Sangria, the Blanco Sangria, and the Sparkling Sangria. And with some, they didn't describe which are the appetizers allowed.
You can't disagree. That's a great idea.
Yes.
What is wrong with you?
Jason, man, what? Now I'm hungry. I'm always hungry because of the diet, but now.
So here's the thing, and it's a news item and a bit of a personal conflict. So out on the West Coast, beginning March 18th, Disney California Adventure is going to be hosting a Touch of Disney, and it's going to run until April 5th, and it's basically Disneyland's way of getting people back in some awesome fashion, because it's a food event, right? But it's a hard ticketed event. But here's the thing: it's $75.
Woo.
That includes your admission, includes parking, and you get a $25 dining card towards the food booths. So essentially, they're practically paying you to go back
How
to the
does that
park.
other 30?
Back to the park.
Well, $40.
And I believe the tickets go on sale. I don't have that date handy, but I believe they go on sale at the beginning of March, it's in the first 3 days of March. We can double check the dates.
Do we know if this is strictly
online.
a ticketed event, or are they
It's a-
still going to have like Buena Vista Street and stuff open for normal activity?
That I don't know, but I would imagine it's a strictly ticketed event. And here's the conflict. I'm like, maybe I should just go to California. I mean, at this point,
Yeah, it is.
it's. I was like, Alex's spring break. This is during that period. Maybe I just had to have him fly home.
You
Southern
do
California.
miss Disneyland a lot. You can tell.
Oh my gosh!
Only
But I don't know if I told that. So I finally also figured out what they were going to do with my Premier Passport situation, which is because that's a whole sorted story. But essentially, all the
He
Premier
didn't know
Passport
for like a
holders-
year, quite literally.
All the Premier Passport holders were, along with the Disneyland annual pass holders, were told that as of March 31st, they would no longer be accepted. They would no longer be valid. They're dead.
Mm-hmm.
They're done. They're gone, right? And they're not doing the pass holder thing moving forward. They're not sure what they're doing. Probably a membership thing, but they're not sure.
Well,
yet.
they did admit that they're doing a variation of it, so there's something
something
coming back.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was like, what does that mean for me? Because that means my annual pass for Walt Disney World comes to a close as of the 31st, which is crazy. And I got a big check in the mail today from Disney.
Whoa.
So, yeah, big check.
good.
Which vastly outpaced what you paid for the upgrade for the.
No, well, basically paid for it. Well, I only got 2 days of my.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
let's be honest. I only got 2 days of my upgrade, right? So it cost me like $1,200 to go to Disneyland for 2 days until I got this check, right? And so it basically paid for that, plus I would say probably a good third of my Walt Disney World annual pass, which is probably it's more generous than they
Which
needed.
is not a bad deal considering.
No,
yeah.
it was good. So I'm
Considering what
I
they
just
did
wish
for
they would have
Disney
emailed
World
me and
pass
said.
holders.
I just wish they would have emailed me and said like, hey, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Don't freak out for the next 3 weeks.
They
like, have
probably
you
should have
met me?
sent that when they sent all the ones for Walt Disney World.
Like, So anyway, so I'm happy about that. But this Touch of Disney thing,
Yeah,
it's going on from March 18th to April 5th. Just saying. Just saying. I know we're not there's that whole pandemic thing still, which is a problem. So I probably won't do anything. But a boy can dream.
Any other piece of news?
Drive.
No, I think that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Hi guys, from the After Hour Show, I'm Renato.
I'm Paula.
We are from Bauru, São Paulo, Brazil. Now it's the time.
Now it's the best time.
This is our crop factor, and Colin, why don't you explain our friends how that works?
Yeah, this one's pretty simple. For the most part, we're going to put a little cropped in image on the screen. It's severely cropped in from what you'd see when you're wandering around the parks. It is something that is inside the parks at Walt Disney World or around the parks at Walt Disney World. I should add as a little caveat. But the first one you will see is the most aggressive cropped in version. Your job is to try and guess what it is or where it is in the Disney parks ecosystem. If nobody gets it right away, we'll bump it back out to... Why is Jason laughing at me? That's never a good sign. We'll bump it back out one crop further out so it's a little easier to figure out, and then we'll reveal it and see who was right, who was not right, and feel free to ask questions to help narrow it down.
Easy to figure out is not the word that we're going to use tonight because he was mean. He was.
See,
mean.
I didn't think these were that hard. Like quite literally.
I think a couple are hard, but I think the ones should be easy. It's just funny when you're talking about an aggressive crop. That's all. It was funny.
Yeah, right.
I'm not good with words.
Let's. Why don't we go to the last one? The first one.
Well, we can.
The first crop. The first crop for the first image is this one. What do you think?
Yeah, this is I think is the hardest one of the group.
Is that the back of my shoe?
There is, maybe it might be
on Soren.
Not this time.
Let's see what our.
Yeah, it's on the floor.
We have to see what our.
Yeah, you got to think about this one a little bit. There's just one little part of this that would tell you where it was, pretty much.
But that's pretty unveiling.
I feel
pretty
like,
much. Yeah.
Yeah. Were you stuck under something?
No. I think Jason, you were here during this actually.
Soren, when I took my shoe off?
No. I tried to avoid that.
Mary says that Jason's finger over the lens could be it.
It could be. Stop taking my picture, Colin.
Carlene saying we have an aggressive crop of wild blackberries in Washington State.
Oh, I love blackberries.
Oh, you know one thing, Susie? I thought the same thing. I saw the same thing. I saw Kylo Ren there too.
Oh, yeah, like really close. Like
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Train, entrance of Hollywood Studios.
No. And okay, so I will give one slight hint here. This is not the focus of the image. That's why you're seeing a little bit of blur. So there's a little bit of a depth of field thing going on here. So what you're seeing is not the focus point.
Are they in the right park? The ones who are guessing?
No.
No.
Not the ones that I've seen Carlos put on screen.
Okay,
Jungle Cruise is in the park.
Doreen got the right park.
Mm-hmm.
Not the right place, but it's the right park.
Fort Wilderness is not a bad guess, but that is not in a park. So I will give you that it is in a park.
Peter say, I believe this is known as a colonoscopy. No?
Let's hope not. If this is what the inside of you looks like, there's some bigger problems going on.
Kelly saying it's good to say Fort Wilderness. Tango bathrooms, no.
No, right park still. Right park.
Oh, Terry Doherty said, I have no idea, so I'm guessing the vet rooms. She means like the veterinary facilities that you can see from Rafiki's Planet Watch.
That's clever, but no.
I do love that area.
So I see somebody is getting very close, but
That's his way of saying no, Terry.
Yes.
Sorry.
not necessarily. So there's one that is the closest I've seen that just popped up too. So Carlos, back it out a little bit for us so a few more people can figure it out here.
Yes.
This one I think gives it away. I won't ask for a super specific answer here because a lot of people don't necessarily know exactly.
But we already have a pretty specific answer.
Yeah, we do have one that is very specific. You could get more specific than that, but I will take that as a correct answer. I think that's fair, Carlos, right?
Yes, Lisa got it. Lisa getting mine and got it right, and then right a little bit later, Valerie also. It is.
And those that are saying the fort at not Fort Wilderness,
Creasy.
the fort on Tom Sawyer Island, that's a correct answer too. So
Is that a cannon or
yeah,
is
it's
that
a cannon. So show the review.
Oh, that's
so it's
cool.
there's like a porthole in the.
Yeah.
I got it now.
We've been there
Or
on
length
lunch
board,
breaks, Colin.
Well, you were there when this was taken.
Was I
The
like powdering the
brilliancy.
keg? So that's a great shot. How have we not seen that before?
No.
I don't think you've
I don't
posted
know
that
if I've
before.
ever posted this.
I don't think you
No?
have. I mean, it's a little
Tricky.
I don't know. Well, yeah. I mean,
it's one I don't always want to.
a little
post.
violent,
Some of the
actually.
comments aren't always cordial. You know.
wouldn't it be fun though if those were like squirt guns and you could squirt
be hilarious.
people as they?
But
go
I
on?
love
Water
that, Colin,
raft
because
rides where you can shoot cannons of water up. Like,
because I was trying. I when I first saw, I said, "Is it really a cannon?" No, that's something else. Because
is a cannon?
And then, but then it makes sense. Amazing. I love this.
and there is a wider shot of this somewhere that I can actually show like the actual porthole, but I didn't send that one, so I'll have to hold off on that for another day. But let's run to number 2 here.
Let's go to the number 2. Just a moment.
Walk, you're not fun.
I think this is the easy one if it's the one that I remember it being.
I don't think so. Because actually,
Okay.
when I went through the whole thing and I thought it was another place.
Really? Okay.
Somewhere.
Somebody's gonna get this one quick though.
I hope it's
Oh, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Well, let's wait a
And it
little
could
bit.
be a lot of places, but there is a specific answer here.
Oh, that's right. Jody says Hershey Park has water cannons to shoot at people while on the roller coaster. That's right. They do. Oh, is it the roller coaster?
Kings
where you can shoot
Island
people?
does.
I know they
as
have
well.
them for the lazy river. You can shoot people with the water cannons, but is it for the roller coaster too? Huh.
There's
I
an
don't remember.
attraction
I
in
miss
Kings
Hershey Park.
Island where there's like the circular boat rides, like the big ones. You sit in a circle, kind of like Cali River Rapids. and-
Mary is saying
Fire
the
water
France
people.
Fountain. Mike O'Reilly is saying French Pavilion. Jody is saying France.
Yeah, I don't think we tricked many people with this one. They're
France
very
de
much
France.
on point.
My beloved France.
It's a
front.
That's a good
In
answer.
front of French impressions. Caleb is saying Italy. Patricia
Shell says France.
says he loved there. Valerie says France water feature fountain. Peter saying it's
So
a ledge.
That is the correct answer, and this is
Yeah.
the one that I thought was too easy. And I believe I was correct.
So let
but
me
that's
just-
crop number 2, which
Yeah.
kind of gives it away, and then we go on out to crop number 3. But I don't know who said it first, but there were quite a few that came through real quick right at the same
Mary
time.
was the first one
Good.
to at least,
Right.
but it
Mary.
was probably in the first. Ben
Nicely
say
done,
the same
I
thing. So that's. But you know what I thought it was in the beginning. That area that you have the Mickey and Disney statue in California Adventure. I don't know why. I don't know even there's a fountain there, but from some reason, from
Oh,
the
I
light,
can see that. It's kinda
the
got
light,
that
I
rock
think, and I
look.
say, "Whoa, that's the place." No. And I got
I
tricked.
almost used that photo this week.
That would be mean though, because we
Yeah.
didn't give any warning that it was outside. It would be outside of Disney
True.
World.
True.
Yeah. We always tell them, we'll warn them if we do that. So I would
We
feel bad
do,
about
but we
that.
don't.
I'd feel bad about that. All right. Do we have another one?
Yes,
We've
we
got
do
one
have
more.
another one.
One more. And I think somebody's going to get this one too. But
Yeah,
hard
so,
one
so
or
that's.
good?
I think this one is going to go pretty fast. Yeah.
Oh.
there's some things that give this away. And if you
Oh,
saw
it's a
my
flower.
Instagram this week, well, you're not asking. I'm not asking about the flower. If you saw my Instagram this week, you have kind of a heads up on this one from a post a few days ago. So if you do know that, you kind of know what this involves.
But you know, buddy, I think we should go up pretty a little bit more specific on this one.
Yeah, we're gonna need specifics here.
Yeah.
because this could be a lot of things in
tree.
this particular area and this particular park.
Okay.
Did you say a tree?
Valerie is saying topiary in Epcot. We want to go a little bit more specific than that.
So that is not an incorrect answer, but is not a correct answer in my
Yes.
book.
Kelly Lawrence in Epcot. Doreen is saying,
Mark.
Caleb says,
I like the way that Doreen is going, is specific, but
So I like Caleb's answer because I almost made it this, and then I changed it because I felt that one was too easy. So that's a really good guess. It's like you read my mind a little early.
So let's go a little bit
Scary.
more. Chris Shepard says, "Oh snap! It's crop factor." Sorcerer topiary. No.
Good guess, but not correct.
Let's because someone
Can you zoom
already
out?
got it. Someone already got
Really?
it.
I see one correct answer. I don't know if there's
let
more
me
than that.
move a little bit further.
Wait, that's the zoom out. You get it as a palm tree. That's what
There's
we
a
get. We get a-
telltale
no,
sign in
no,
this,
there's
though.
something telling
There
there.
is. There is something very telling in the crop out, and situationally in the park. Where would you see these things in sequence? And you'll figure it out.
I don't want to figure it out.
Especially if you look carefully.
I'm against topiaries.
You just don't like them.
No, I'm just kidding.
You're really not gonna like Flower and Garden Festival this
They're
year.
lovely. I love Flower and Garden Festival. I'm hoping that they do all the things that they usually do.
It looks like you're gonna do a lot of it. At least
Yeah.
the most complete festival I think we're going to see possibly this year until the fall. But
So,
So those of you saying Flower and Garden Festival topiary, you are correct.
but it's
correct.
but someone
There-
went more
there's a
specific
specific
the
thing.
way that we wanted.
there's some specifics coming through here now. I
and
think we've
and
caught up
it
with
was
the delay
it was the first one was Lisa getting mine again.
with the Figment Topiary.
So it's the Figment topiary, and then
From-
right after that,
Actually, year before last. It actually wasn't last year because it could have been last year. I think I caught like one day of it last year.
Susie got it.
Did you? I don't think so.
Sarah Goff also got
Maybe.
it. Chrissy,
It was gone. I didn't start
Chrissy
until after.
Vicks also too. Okay, that's,
I'm not sure. I actually don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know
because
if I
it
did
started
see
after we were in California.
Yeah, it was like a
started,
week after or something. wasn't
because it was
So,
like
no,
the
I
week
wouldn't have
before
seen
the
it last
parks
year.
closed.
Yeah. Because there was only like 14 days of it or something like
Not
that
even.
last
I
year.
don't. I know. Not even that. It was
crazy.
It was like it was not even. I don't even think
I'm
it was
ready
a
to
week.
see it again.
Maybe it was a week. I was rather.
But you know,
Anyway.
I like Flower and Garden Festival, but it's not my favorite one. I know that.
Really?
Yes, my favorite one is, guess what? Food and
wine?
wine. Food and wine. Yes, for
See,
sure.
I enjoy Flower and Garden
of the
more. I don't
wine?
know what it is.
No, because of the food.
I
Don't
just
care
love the
about
weather.
wine.
Spring weather. and
Only
wine, you
food.
can't-
Yeah, so this was our crop factor. I you know one thing, I love that intro. All the time we will have that intro. I love that.
Because
Now is the time. Now is the best time.
Talking about loving intros,
Back
I
over
love
here.
this intro. I love this intro.
Start spreading the
Yes,
news.
I love it. I love it. We actually, what happened is that instead of having our regular top three today, we decided to bring the A factor to discuss something that actually we did in our very first episode. So the whole idea is to have a quick a brief discussion for each one. Is not going to be quick, I know.
I know he's laughing. He's like,
never
"Oh, am I
quick,
kidding?"
We're going
lie to
to
yourself, Carlos.
we took out all the options that we brought in our very first top 5, because that time was the top 5.
Remember when we could afford top fives?
Yes. So we did the top 5 of the
Budget
top. It was top 5 restaurants, table services inside the parks. So the whole thing is that we took the list and
Checked it twice.
yes,
Santa.
and then we rate it. And the whole idea here is to bring the because remember we want to have the act factor related to most of the things that we comment here in the show. But the last two top threes were really hard to rate. So that's why we're bringing this one as a standalone segment now, and we're gonna be rating our top table service restaurants inside the parks. Guys, are we ready? Oh, just want to remember everybody that the F factor is a rating that is established between the three of us. We have this scale of rates or notes or grades, and we apply, in our humble opinion, to each one of the
I should have
options.
put one as a 24 tonight, just to irritate Jason.
So
and we keep all the results locked in a vault at the Price Waterhouse accounting firm.
Yep.
Yep.
There you go.
So let's go to the first one. Is Takumite, and Takumite is I know people will say, but it's not open yet. I hope it opens pretty soon. It's a very special place. So
I think this is this and one other one are the only ones that aren't open currently.
Yes.
Something like that.
I don't want to talk about it.
yes. So
This is why. Hey, I have never even been because it's only been open like one time that I was actually in the parks.
So Jason
super
and
nervous.
only Jason and me, we rated it because Collin didn't have the opportunity to experience yet. Jason gave a 92 and I have a 95. Any reasons to not go in further up, Jason? Because it's still a really good grade.
It's fantastic. I mean, it's in the classic range based on our scoring system, and for me, it has the only thing that the only reason I dialed it down a little bit is because of its accessibility.
And it's not.
I do think. Well, no, I mean, I was trying to be fair and not count that, but I think that it is not food for everybody.
Yeah.
So it's not the most approachable menus, and
it's not something that would typically even be on my radar, and I'll try anything about once, like.
And it's not cheap.
It's not cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's that for that reason. I mean, I still believe that if you have the means and the interest, absolutely positively, it's a must do when you're in Epcot and it's open. But that for those other reasons, that's why it wasn't as high.
Yeah,
and I have to wonder when it will open, and I hate to say this, but I'm beginning to wonder if it will reopen.
That's I know I don't want to talk about it. I feel like
I don't want to press my thoughts on Disney on that kind of stuff or their mindset on it, but if one's gonna go, it might be that one.
If it goes though, it's going to be the most mythologized of restaurants that there ever were. Like because there were like 6 of us who ever got together.
I mean, realistically, it was only open for a few months.
Yep.
No, it was open from June or July of 2019
so about a year.
To when the parks closed in March.
Yeah,
mid-March,
a little bit less than a year.
Less than a year.
Yeah. So it was open longer than I remember it being then.
But
you had plenty of opportunity to go.
But Valerie made a comment. I wish I liked sushi, but even if you don't like sushi,
no,
so
you
many
don't
options there.
Actually, you don't go for the sushi.
I'm not a sushi person. I would still probably go.
So on the tasting menu, sushi only makes up one of the.
There's actually quite
plates.
a bit of beef on the menu too, isn't there?
Yeah, a lot of beef.
Yes, a lot of beef.
I would say if you're a vegetarian, you shouldn't go. If you don't like sushi, all you have to do is tell them. If you get the a la carte, you just don't order it. And if you're getting the tasting menu, you would just tell them that I'd like to not have the sushi, and they would probably do something else. So, the beverages. What was it? Remember that bourbon drink that would come out
the Japanese
like
whiskey
case with smoke in it?
Yes, it tastes like.
That's
wood.
a Kentucky thing. Why are they doing that in Japan? Well, Japan actually buys a lot of bourbon.
It is amazing.
And makes a lot of bourbon.
So let's go to the second one. So the second one was Tiffin's. And Tiffin's rating. And only me?
Only Carlos has been to this one.
Oh, really?
Actual Tiffin's. I mean, I've walked in Nomad Lounge. I know Jason's been in Nomad Lounge a bunch of times. But Tiffin's itself, it's never been on. Well, it's been on my radar, but it's one of those menus I would never know what to order.
I've used the Tiffin bathrooms. But I've
probably
tried.
done that.
I've tried to go to Tiffin's several times, and it's almost like there's like some kind of curse that's keeping me away because
You had plenty
something
of
always
opportunities when it was
something,
open.
something always falls through. Something always falls through, or something else comes up, and I think it's not. It just hasn't happened. It hasn't happened.
You
So
know,
it needs to happen.
for me with Tiffin's, what happened is that I broke a rule with Tiffin's. I went to Tiffin's in the very first week that they opened, and because usually I don't
Usually a
go
bad
that
idea
because
with
usually
Disney
they
restaurants,
don't
yeah.
work that great, but it was amazing. And for a long time, it went pretty well. I don't know how it is now. I have to admit, but that's been a while that I don't go there. But it's classic. It's great. Well, no, it's very good.
It's worth
not
mentioning. It's a
outstanding.
pretty high price point too
Yes.
for those that have not been there. So it is worth kind of throwing that out there. If you're not looking for like high end dining, this probably isn't the place for you.
Oh, but
potentially.
it's like the closest you're going to come probably to dining with Jeff Rohde. So
Yep. Yeah.
And
You
Joe
have
Rohde.
all
Joe
those
Rohde. I did that on purpose.
You have
That's my
those
thing.
different rooms.
Yeah,
It's
the lunch break
beautiful.
people know what.
Let's go to the third one. Then third one is Sun and Hill Inn. Um,
Oh, don't get me started on this one.
Oh, this
Look.
is painful. You guys, what's wrong with
not
you?
that good.
It
is not that good.
Dude,
it is.
okay.
It is a beautiful setting, and then the food is not that good.
I won't
food
give
is
you credit
good.
for the setting.
The food is. This is the thing. The food is legitimately good at this restaurant, and I'm not the only one, and I might be the only
You're
one
one
on
of
this
few.
show. I'm one
You're
of
one of
I'm one of
few.
three here on this show but there are a number of people who I think you guys would respect, who also believe that this is a fantastic restaurant. It is authentic Mexican food. So if you're looking for your like, I don't know, insert cheap, pretty bad Mexican restaurant in Chili's or something, like, it's not that. It's not that. I think if you order queso like Collin did when we went, and that's the only thing you
I
order.
had already eaten that day.
If you order queso, you're not gonna get like the queso that pours out of a jar. You're gonna get like real.
Yeah, it is different.
It's fantastic.
You have to know what you're getting into when you go to eat there. And I think a lot of people have the wrong impression of
You're
what
getting
you're going
Mexican
to get
food.
up to. Well, yes, but like most of us don't eat authentic Mexican food.
There
so
are
it
some,
is kind of, especially for people with kids, don't go into it expecting tacos and stuff like that, like normal stuff.
The cast members there are fantastic. The ambiance is probably some of the best you will find in any Disney park. Period. I would say it actually surpasses Blue Bayou, personally, and. I do think that.
Oh.
And also, it
I
smells
can't agree.
amazing. Smells amazing, and the margaritas. The margaritas.
Okay. Well, one thing is that
okay.
there are some of our friends that are agreeing with you, Jason, but there are a lot of others that are agreeing with me and Colin that the atmosphere is beautiful, but the food is.
It's okay. I mean,
and then that's the margarita.
We gotta go. We clearly have to do this together.
Yes,
I have done this with you.
No, you gotta get more than queso.
We gotta go to the fourth one, which is Mama Rose. Mama Melrose's. Mama Melrose's.
This is one I really do want to try. I have not.
What
as we get further down the list, there's more of these that I have done, but like this is one that's been on my list for about 2 years now, and I've just not done it.
But the fun thing is that
look, Kelly. Stop where you are. Kelly Lawrence.
Oh, don't encourage him.
She said we eat there anytime we can, and Kelly knows food. Her husband knows food. That family knows food, and they love it. Okay, Mama Melrose.
They didn't say why they love it.
But one thing.
It may not be because of the food.
One thing. The Mama Melrose, actually, by that time that we did the top 5, actually was one of Jason's options. And he mentioned that the main reason that they brought Mama Melrose's in was the steak.
Mm-hmm. No. For me, the steak there is fantastic. Yeah,
okay,
I've gotten
that's why.
that's
That's why I probably need to go back because for the pasta, it's not that good. No, it's
Yeah,
not.
there's like a steak. There's a steak on top of pasta or something like that too. I saw from somebody a few days ago. I believe it was on Instagram, but it's an interesting menu. It's not typical like
It's been a
not
while
like
down to
pizza
go there. I
Italian
have
food.
to go
It's
there.
actually a little more legitimate.
And my score
for lack
for
of a
it
better
probably
word.
is my score for it may be surprising
Yeah.
because it's in the low 70s, but and that is simply because I think it's very good. I mean, so it's in the very good range.
It's a unique
I
setting too.
I do believe it's the best table service in Hollywood Studios, so I'll say that.
Which isn't saying that much right now.
That's the thing. I mean, I for me the question is to get to the classic or even outstanding categories, it has to be something that I would say, if you miss this, you've missed an important part of a Disney experience, right?
You're right.
And I don't feel like that.
Realistically,
on the Melrose.
there's not a restaurant in Hollywood Studios that I feel that way about. I mean, chances are, if I'm going to Hollywood Studios, I'm eating somewhere else during the day. I'm leaving and coming back. Like,
I mean,
even if it's a nearby resort, like, there's so many good options.
What about well, you like even like sci-fi?
So I like sci-fi.
I like it. I like it.
But
a
it's
lot.
not
Like, if no one likes it for the food.
Yeah, for me, it's like
Yeah.
you enjoy the atmosphere.
Right.
Their burgers are actually quite good, but their food's a bit overpriced. But that's Disney in general. But it's okay. I mean, it's not like there are better options within a Skyliner right away or a
Okay,
boat
so
right
so
away.
I know this is like this is not something we plan on talking about. But here's the question. So what's the food move in Hollywood Studios right now? You need food.
If you
gotta get
have
food
to
from
eat in
somewhere.
Hollywood Studios,
You got to eat. Where are you gonna go? What are you gonna do?
personally, what I did was and every time I visited there in the last 2 years, I've either eaten Woody's Lunchbox, or Sci-Fi.
Give me an answer. Like,
No, you know one thing. You know,
pick a place. Pick a place. You gotta pick something.
Pick two.
I will pick
one. You gotta go one place.
I will pick a place that is not in our list because it's not a table service. And
And don't you take mine.
but I would take it with you. I would take it with you because the last time I went there with you, it was the beer place, the tap. How you call it?
House.
See, I've never
Baseline.
The baseline tap house.
They
Baseline
don't
tap
offer
house.
much, right? It's basically an appetizer
The
type deal.
charcuterie board there,
But
my
the
friend.
charcuterie board, and there
They have
was
those big pretzels too.
And they had the big pretzels, but the charcuterie
but
board.
they had another thing. There was a
Oh, what was that thing you got? It was like a beef Wellington.
beef
kind of
Wellington
pizza
thing.
thing.
Yes,
It
yes.
was like this little mini beef Wellington. Remember that?
And I'm remembering it on diet now.
So
Okay.
nice. You remember you and me sitting there? It was like it was just getting cool, so we were like, oh, you need to wear jackets, and it
Yes,
was like
yeah.
sun was setting, and we had that
You didn't
wasn't it.
share a jacket, put one sleeve over
No,
each
no,
of you.
no.
Not this time.
Let-
It was the time before.
Kelly is agreeing with us. Baseline is good. Yes, I really like Baseline. Let's go to the fifth one, and it's in Magic Kingdom in the Skipper Canteen. Let's see how we voted that. Collin did not experience that too, so we had.
Yeah,
and
this one's
again,
still kind of up in the air
Jason,
for me.
is one of your options that,
That's my favorite table service in Magic Kingdom.
but you gave a
Still
75.
shocked me.
I did.
That,
Because,
realistically,
and-
it tells
and-
you something about Magic Kingdom right
and
now
I'm-
too. as far
Yeah,
as food
and
options.
maybe it was my mood. I don't know, but I think that I need to experience it again. I haven't experienced it since the parks reopened, so
I
I
did.
need to refresh. I need to refresh my experience there. I enjoy. So this is what I enjoy. There's a nice variety of options on the menu. Although I think that's pared down from what it used to be. The setting, the theming of that restaurant is fantastic. I think that's why you go, honestly, is for that. The cast members are
agree with
great
that. Yeah.
and always in character. So that's a lot of fun. But I really, I know I'm going to make a lot of people unhappy saying this. I really don't like any of the other table service options in Magic
See,
Kingdom, and one's gonna
used
come
to
up.
like
One's gonna
Crystal
come up.
Palace a lot.
Don't
Yeah,
It
even
used
talk
to
that's
be
one
kind
that-
of
don't even talk.
continuous thing, either their breakfast or lunch, but I can't even bring it to the table right now.
But you know one thing. But you know one thing, Jason. There is once I went there probably 2 or 3 months ago, and they have as a starter. They have something because they pick food from all over the world. So you have from Asian, South American, European, and they have a starter that for us Brazilians is like a dream come true. Is a pão de queijo, is the cheese bread there. But with something I cannot remember. I went diving directly to the pão de queijo.
Was it good?
Was really good. Was really good. So
that's great. So that's what
it was a good surprise. It was a good surprise.
So that's another place we need to go together because Colin's not been there, and I haven't been to one of these other restaurants coming up.
So that's why we need to talk in the next 3 days because there's some chances that I don't want to spoil anything, but
maybe some opportunities.
Next 3 days.
We need
not 3 days.
Not 3 days to start planning to make ADR.
I was like, what's happening in the next 3 days? Because
I don't know anything about the next 3 days.
ADR planning. Let's go to the other one. Is Beer Garden in the German Pavilion in Epcot.
This one is on my list. I need to try this.
I really love this place.
Especially after seeing your guys' visit.
Oh my gosh, I love this place. This is my family's favorite one. We have a tradition to go there, and when everybody's here, so it has a special place in my heart.
It's a gorgeous setting too.
Yes.
I mean, it's so unique. I mean, where else are you going to see a little village built inside with an active live show going while you eat dinner? I mean, it's just
Carlos's house.
So unique. Possibly. I haven't been there either.
and
one of the two.
You can see me singing German tunes and pumpa songs.
Do you wear your lederhosen when you go?
The next time I go, if I go with you guys, I have to. Now it's going to fit back again. I think I can use it. Yes, I have an original one from Germany. Yeah. I've been. Yeah. I've been to Oktoberfest in München. Yeah. Well, but the Beer Garden, it was a good. The reason I'm not putting in a classic because it is special for me, but I kind of understand of Jason's idea is that if you're not going to the Beer Garden, it's not that they're gonna miss the whole trip, but it's a very good option.
I actually think that this experience is better now than it was. Well, some aspects of the experience are better now than pre-COVID because it was a buffet, and so now it's served family style, which is amazing because they basically just bring all of the food, all of it. You don't have to worry about what you're gonna. You get the buffet line, and you're like, there's that guy who's like pressing up against you. Like, come on, just give me a chance to figure out what I want. Right. They just bring it all to you. Just put it in the middle of the table. It's fantastic. The only thing I miss, because they still do the show, which is great, but the only thing I miss is the guest interaction when they would come down and the dancing and this. I miss that part. I miss like the
whole family interaction thing. Yes.
Yeah, I miss that part. But honestly, it's like it's worth doing this now. While this experience is what it is, because I don't know that it will remain family style forever, right?
No,
and this is a more normal price point opportunity compared to like
good
other
deal.
buffets.
It's actually a good deal, I think.
Comparing to other, I would not even start. But comparing to other options that they turn into family style.
Yeah.
Like.
Significantly
it's a bargain compared to some other things. Yes, this is and you get a show and you get air conditioning. It's great.
Yes,
it's great.
What table service restaurant are you eating at that you don't get air conditioning?
I've got stories.
So let's go to the next one. The next one is the Brown Derby in Disney's Hollywood Studios. Let's see how went the scoring on that.
I felt bad about this. Yeah, this one was.
Why?
I've heard too many bad things about this in the last few years to spend the money to go try it.
We also need to point out, like, we need to. Can you put the scoring back up again? Because we need to show. We need to show our scoring system one more time because I want to make sure this is not like if you're getting a grade in class, right? To get a 70, to get a 70 is not bad. It's still very good, right? So the good range is 50 to 69.
And I don't think we've put anything below the good range.
Not in food.
Yeah, not in food.
So I just want to point that out because it seems harsh to say that we are giving this a 70.
Yeah. Everything's good or better that we've ever ranked so far, I believe.
Right. And if you ask me how I felt about Brown Derby 20 years ago, it would have been at the top. You have to do it.
And that's the thing. I mean, it's just slowly but surely kind of trickling.
It's just not.
It's different.
The setting is still fantastic. My advice is always, even if you go alone, and this may feel indulgent, and it is, but it's okay. You deserve it. I'm looking at you. Yes, you deserve it. Ask for a booth. Ask for a booth. Tell them you're willing to wait for a booth when you check in for your ADR. Just tell them, like, I would like to wait for a booth. That's the experience you want to have at Brown Derby, is the booth experience. I mean, if you're by yourself, that's even more awesome, because then you sit at the booth and you feel like the Godfather. You're like, okay, like I'm somebody here, and
I
the whole
belong
court.
here.
It's fantastic. Yeah,
but Jason,
that's I like that feeling of the place.
But Jason and Collin, thinking about our grades, our rating here, and Collin mentioned that we never rate anything below good. But there are
chances
things.
are we probably won't, because these are our top picks. I mean, for most of this stuff.
Yes, yeah. But there's, for instance, there are mentions I had the experience of avoiding in table service how can I say what they were how you call the
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, like beer garden. It was
like a buffet.
It was a buffet that turned to family style. There's one that I put in the avoid right now. Fair. That's the Crystal Palace. The Crystal Palace, I totally avoid.
Honest,
I'm being honest to everybody. We had a really bad experience, but
it was more of a reversal of expectation, I think, right? Because the price point hadn't changed,
and the food.
It wasn't like Beer Garden. In Beer Garden, you go and I think it's the same price as it's always been, and you go there and you're just getting the same food differently, right? So you're not, so you still have the option of taking whatever you want. It's just they bring it to you, and so it's essentially, and I think that's a better experience, right, than having to get up and go get stuff.
Especially
Crystal Palace situation just changed. I mean, I loved Crystal Palace.
Me
buffet.
too.
Loved
it was wonderful,
right?
One of the best buffets on property.
Just for the ice cream, just for the ice cream sundae station alone, that was worth going. But it's to get the chicken.
It was a must-do breakfast for years.
It's not a family style.
No, that's the thing.
No, and they kind of advertise it as family style.
Yes, that's the whole thing.
And I don't want to be too negative about anything, but I just think that right now our recommendation would be to avoid that, but not forever. And then there's lots of other. I mean, if you're going to
expect a variation of what it was, or they change things up, go give it another try. I mean, we all will.
How much is the plate at for an adult at Crystal Palace right now?
Like $50.
$50.
Right. So you go to Skipper Canteen, you're going to pay less than that.
Yep.
Per person.
And if you go to Epcot, you can go to Beer Garden for that or less.
Yeah, a little bit less Beer Garden. And
so we're not saying avoid food. We're saying
there's amazing food everywhere. It's just a matter of being picky.
Crazy, but
well, you know what I mean. Like on Disney property, there's a lot of good food no matter what park you're in.
Right. You're always close to it.
Look for the best of the best if you can, and that's why we do what we do.
As I mentioned, Crystal Palace. Let's go. We're staying in Magic Kingdom. Let's go to the other one that we have here. This is Be Our Guest in Magic Kingdom, and our rating.
This hurt me to rate, and I was the highest of the three. And in full disclosure, I've not eaten dinner here. I've only done the lunch.
Oh, really?
I've only done the lunch, and because it's a spectacular setting. I mean, it's wonderful all around as far as that goes. The food is just, it leaves some to be desired. And I have a feeling that's why Jason's rating is what it is it not?
It's the food. I just don't like the food there. I love. There's a couple things. I love the theming. I love the rooms. You can choose which room you want to be in.
The west side.
I mean, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and it's kind of it really. And this is the struggle, because I want to say everything, like almost everything in my being says it's a must do one time kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like
I've only done it
because the only way to see the inside of the space, unless you sneak in, is to get a meal there.
And it's not easy to get a meal there.
But well, it's
Still.
easier now. I mean, but it's not cheap,
No, especially
And-
at dinner. It's not.
and it's a bit of a cattle call in terms of like the waiting in the line to order, like to do the food ordering and stuff. I mean, even if you order off the app, it's I don't know.
It's an odd experience because
This wasn't.
Else
I didn't
like
bring
it.
this one to the list. Someone else brought this to the list. It
I
wasn't.
don't remember. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. Not it.
So
You know, I had the opportunity to go to both to breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I preferred dinner there, and dinner was good. And actually, I remember the experience was great. We went to the West Wing room, and it was beautiful. I love that wing, and I know food is not the top thing there. It's much more the atmosphere, but
it's an experience more than anything.
You go there for you go there for the atmosphere.
But I had a really
and
nice
to an
dinner
extent,
there.
I can give the food a pass.
The tea is
that.
good.
I mean,
the
to an
iced tea,
extent,
the unsweetened iced tea is good there. I can tell you that.
No, but I had.
Just doing your tea wrong.
I
it's
cannot
okay.
remember which was what we had, but I remember that we left pretty. Not that we left pretty impressed, but we were happy.
There's a wow factor to the experience.
Maybe the wine.
No,
So I feel real negative.
You absolutely have to do.
Can we go to something like I feel like this is like our top 5 and we're like so down on.
We're going to Yaki Yeti to the Disney, but you know we're gonna show the overall rating there, and you're gonna see that we were not so negative.
Well, we weren't. Here's the thing. So when we brought these to the table last year, we brought out individual picks. Right.
Yeah.
So and
there was a
that's
different
kind of what
mindset
you're
on dining when we first started this too.
Here.
I mean, there was a bit of this that has changed drastically over the last year on some of these dining locations too. I mean, and that's just the nature of Disney and the nature of how things kind of ebb and flow. Just kind of what you get sometimes. There are some standout options that stay very, very standardized and very, very good all the time, and there are some that fluctuate. And this year's been big for that, especially with fluctuation. You have to realize what our first show was, June of last year?
May.
Okay. So you have to realize at that point in time, we were expecting parks to be closed for like a few weeks.
Yep.
And so we didn't know that all these things were changing as far as dining goes when they reopen. So there is that. I still really enjoy Yak and Yeti and have been since all this started. But
I've been there when it started, and it was good. It was good.
It's good. I mean, it's not standout. There are some really good menu items, and there are some not so good menu items. So you got to know what you want to order.
I've never been I mean, it's fine. I think it's solid. I think in terms of table service restaurant options in Hollywood Studios.
No, Animal Kingdom.
It's a good. I'm sorry. In Animal Kingdom, my brain is still at the Baseline Tap House. I think. In Animal Kingdom, it's a decent table service restaurant.
In a park that doesn't have many table service options.
It wouldn't even. I know, but it wouldn't even make my top 5 places to get something to eat in Animal Kingdom.
Oh, no.
But there's not for me at Animal Kingdom. If I was going to do table service, this would probably be my go-to.
Why no? Because you have your Landry card and you go crazy about your Landry card.
No, but that's one thing.
Reservation.
That's one thing, and probably that's what helps with the impact of the experience because when you're in a hot day in Disney's Animal Kingdom, walking around, and you have a table service like Yaki Yeti, and
you can just show up and get in.
Yeah, always brings me that feeling of relief of AC and a good food.
You know where else you can just show up and get in,
and
it's air conditioned? Satuli Canteen.
True, but it's counter service.
It's amazing counter service. It's amazing. I know that. I realize that. But I'm saying in terms of food options in Animal Kingdom, I'm going to Satuli. I'm going to go to Flame Tree Barbecue. Oh my goodness.
No, I like Flame Tree Barbecue, but it's not no AC. I'm talking about it. And the Satuli Canteen, I don't. It's not that I don't like the food, but I prefer Yaki Yeti's food. That's the point.
Have you had the cheeseburger bowl? The cheeseburger bowl?
Yep.
No.
Yep. I had everything.
It's life changing.
I tried.
Life changing.
Yeah.
Now I have to ask this question to Carlos and Jason. Have you guys eaten at Tusker House?
I have eaten at Tusker
Yes,
House.
and it was good.
I was not impressed with Tusker House, so I would put Yak and Yeti above Tusker House as far as table service, partially because price points substantially.
Yeah, I would. Okay, that's fair. I would do that.
So like stuff like that tend to be like big ticket items, like the hardest reservations to get. I would still put Yak and Yeti ahead a lot of them in Animal Kingdom at least.
Mm-hmm.
So let's move on. Let's go to the Garden Grill in Epcot. I also had.
Jason just destroyed this one.
No, he didn't.
No, I haven't been.
He hadn't been. No, he didn't
I haven't
destroy.
been.
I was so disappointed.
They never
this was
stopped to
rated
let me
higher
on.
than
They never
Mexico
stopped it
Pavilion.
to let me on. So.
I think I like the idea of when you revolving and the circulate. How you call that? The moving restaurant.
Oscillating restaurant, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what you want to call it.
And you can see parts of the living with the land attractions. You can.
For me, this is one of the remaining classic items of Epcot in an odd way, because it's something that has remained largely unchanged for many years, minus the menu. The menu changes a lot, especially
does it still rotate
dinner.
now?
It does. It still rotates.
It still rotates.
During like this.
I don't know on that one. It is open. I know that much.
Yeah.
But for me, the play here's breakfast. Dinner, I've never been a huge fan of. And I know they've done it different ways over the years. They've had a breakfast, they've had a brunch, they've had weird hours on it. It's really good no matter which one that I've experienced. I've experienced them both at one point or another. The food's very similar. But the atmosphere is great. It's a good character meal if you're in Epcot. Possibly, is it the only character meal in Epcot?
No, there was Arcasius supposed to be the one of the princes.
But like classic characters, I think it is probably the only one in Epcot. But I like it. I enjoy it. It's something I've done quite a few times.
I never did dinner
really
there.
Overpriced, in my opinion. I
never
think it's
did
like
dinner.
$60-some a person. There are better options in Epcot for dinner. Unless you just want characters. If you have kids, it's an amazing option.
Yep.
I mean, I haven't eaten there, so it's not fair for me. I mean, obviously, I didn't judge it. I was just amazed.
Breakfast person.
I was just amazed that. I mean, put the score back up. I was just amazed that you guys scored it so much higher than some of these other places. That's
very nostalgic. I mean,
yes,
I think. Okay, we've gone to the parks a lot together. We've done a lot of eating together, and never once have either of you said, "You know what? We should go do Garden Grill."
We should go to Garden Grill for breakfast.
You rave about Yak and Yeti all the time. You rave about you're talking to.
Hey, I rated Yak and
but
Yeti
you know
higher,
one thing.
I believe.
Breakfast is too early. Plus,
Colin
Epcot
is
doesn't open
right.
until 11 right now. So
Colin is
True,
right.
they may not even be doing it.
There is a nostalgic and a classic feeling to that. That's why I probably brought so high. Let's go to the other
Colin's
one
like
that
12
has
years
that.
old. Everything's nostalgic.
That's not nice. I'm twice that. Thank you very much.
Okay. Let's go to the other one, and it also has that nostalgic thing. Is the Plaza in Magic Kingdom, and I really like this one.
I've also eaten here since COVID began, and different precautions have been taken in place, and it's still a good meal. It's not the same atmosphere you used to get. Because they've had to take a lot of the tables out, and you get kind of the fun busyness factor of it that was once there is kind of lacking. But the food's still great, and they've changed their menu a lot over the years, and there are some cool items on it. Like I think there's a brisket. What is it? Brisket macaroni and cheese. That's fantastic.
Yes.
And there's a few unique items like that on the menu.
And I dare to say that this is one
He's
that
never been. So.
This is one that I would like to take. This is one that I would like to go. The three of us together there.
We should. Okay. We should. It's hard to get a reservation.
Gourmet mac and cheese to me is just stupid. Like, I'm sorry, but I like this whole gourmet. Like, everybody's like, oh, you know what? Let's just throw this in mac and cheese and call it. Okay.
I've never met a mac and cheese I haven't liked.
That's not surprising.
Have you tried the one Food and Wine Festival, the one with the lobster in it?
Yes. You know what?
I don't want to get you
silly
started on lobster
because you can't taste the lobster. Stop mixing lobster with other things that don't belong. Lobster is good on its own. Stop messing with the lobster, please.
Bring on the lobster. Put it on anything. I'll eat it. I'm
yeah,
happy.
you will. You're getting you're gonna. Anyway,
let's go to the other
you just
one.
Don't like lobster.
The other one is Teppan Edo in
fun. I love this.
Japan Pavilion in Epcot, and let's see the ratings that we have for it. 79.
Jason killed this one.
I didn't. Okay, look. Remember, let's go back to the rating. A 69 is at the top. Is the top level of good.
Yes.
And that is what it is. I mean, look, and the reason I give it that is because I will never, unless I'm with a group who's really dead set on having like a hibachi experience, I will never ever say to anyone, "Hey, let's go to Tepeñedo." Not because it's not good. It is good. It's very good, and it's a fun experience if you haven't done that before. But this is an experience that almost everyone joining us tonight, can do in their hometown somewhere.
To a very
that there's really nothing different. And for my money, I'm going to make a right instead of a left down that hall. I'm going to go to Tokyo Dining. Like that's just,
which is interesting to me because most people would do the opposite.
Yeah.
Most of our viewers would probably do the opposite.
I kind of understand Jason, but combining the a day in the park that you kind of tired and with that experience, with that kind of a food, it is always great. It's always
there is a comfort factor to that meal.
That's right. It's always fun. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying don't try to trap me into it's a bad corner. It's not bad.
No, it's not bad. I know.
It's good.
No.
It's actually almost very good. It's just it's just not like if you missed it when you went to Disney, you are fine.
I get
it. One
yes,
that I would rank really high for somebody that wants to go to Epcot and says, "Hey, I don't want to try something too out of the ordinary for me. Something I'm comfortable with." This is a great option for those people. That it's like, hey, you want to try something culturally relevant, something fun, something an experiential meal, and you don't want to kind of push your boundaries too much. This is a great option because you can take your kids there. You can do chicken hibachi, you can do steak, you can do stuff that's relatively normal, but it depends on what Epcot experience you want to have. I mean, if you want to push your boundaries and do stuff, there's a lot of really good options. But yeah, it depends on what you're looking for.
Let's go to the last one, guys. And actually, the last one is not on my Stream Deck thing here. I have to push from here. It is Via Napoli in the Italy Pavilion in Epcot. I like this place so much.
I like a big pizza.
This place is special, and that's why it got a really good rating. It's a really good rating. It's 85. It's on the outstanding category, and it's the sad thing is that Jason inspired us to try the lasagna, and the lasagna is not in the menu anymore.
Not on the menu anymore. Oh, they're taking Disney. Please, I have 3 requests for you. Number 1, please stop putting lobster into things. Like leave it on its own. Lobster's delicious on its own.
Don't listen to Jason.
Stop.
I love lobster.
I like burgers. I love lobster. Put them together.
It's a wonderful sandwich. I know I'll finish the sentence for you.
It's a waste of taste. Number two. Stop putting stuff in mac and cheese. All right, that's actually like one B. Number two. Bring me back the Cobb salad, the Grand Floridian Cafe, please. Right. I know you have all the parts back there. I know you've got eggs and romaine lettuce. I know you've got blue cheese. I know you've got turkey. And come on, man, please bring the Cobb salad back. And number 3, lasagna at Via Napoli was the best thing on the menu at Via Napoli.
No,
bring it back. Please
I never tried, so I cannot disagree with you.
I will give it that.
Look, I love it. The pizza's good.
Pizza's incredible, though.
But the lasagna.
But I'll tell one thing. I will bring one comment here. Is Sarah is saying, why can't I get myself to eat there? I just would like to get pizza anywhere.
And that's a fair point. But this is very different pizza than what you're going to get anywhere else. That sounds so dumb, but at the same time, it's almost like a flatbread
from
pizza
Napoli.
In a way.
It is original pizza. It's really, really good.
And for these people, like my mother said something like it's like shrimp grits. It's not like shrimp grits. Shrimp and grits is delicious. Shrimp actually enhances the flavor of grits in a good way.
You're just upset.
If you threw lobster and grits, you would taste no lobster. That's my point. Lobster is a delicate flavor. It should not be mixed into things. Anyway, I think Via Napoli is a great. I think Via Napoli. One of my favorite parts about Via Napoli is, this is going to sound wrong, surprise. One of my favorite parts about Via Napoli is going to the bathroom.
It's
because
a really nice bathroom.
it's so nice. Am I right? Like it's so
It
so
is
nice.
really nice.
And the music that's playing there, you just want to. I kid you not. I've stood in the hall. I almost did this in the bathroom itself, and I was like, I shouldn't do that here. I've stood in the hall by the bathrooms, that little alcove, and like Shazammed so many songs. It was like, what is this song? I need this song. It's just
you might
it
get
makes
some
me
different
happy.
results if you were in the bath.
And I have to tell you one thing. Pizza for Italians is almost like a sacred thing. For Brazilians too. Brazilians are crazy about pizza. And the reaction that I have from Italians and Brazilians when they go to Viannapolis, they always say, "Oh, this is the pizza. This is the place. This is."
It's different. I mean, it's hard to explain. The flavor profile is just different than what you get other places. But I've said it since we started the show, not just this show, but like almost the whole time that we've been doing the show, that if I'm in Epcot, this is probably the place I'm eating more often than not. And it will probably continue to be that way for quite some time until I find something that I like better. But
let me show you the how we organize all the options that we rated. And so we do have one classic, which is the Kumite. We have a bunch of outstandings like Tiffin's, Via Napoli, Beer Garden, and the Plaza. We made it also to the outstanding. And we have a bunch of very goods. The Garden Grill, Tipanido, San Angelini, Yakinieri, Skipper Cantini, BR Gas, Hollywood Brown Derby, and Mama Melrose. They are.
And I would not be surprised if once Carlos and I both actually go and eat at Mama Melrose's again, and we take Jason back with us. I have a feeling that may climb the list a little bit.
Yep. And we're gonna revisit
top of Brown Derby and some of that.
And the whole idea
we do need to, over the next year we're going to need to hit these again.
Yeah, we need to try that. Yeah, because I mean, so much of these, like we just said at the beginning of the show, I mean, if we rated these when we did it originally, it would have been very different ratings. But this all changes from literally week to week. So.
But and that was the whole idea of the off factor, is that we're going to revisit our rates from time and time. But I will post it in our community. Don't forget to be part of our community. It's really important. There's some special things that go there, and I will post the ratings and the score for this category there during the next few days. Okay.
And we were really hard on restaurants that we really like.
Yep.
Yeah, and I
Tonight,
mean, if you bring back the scale, I mean,
it was not.
We keep going back to it, but it's like some of these that seem like they're low rated really aren't. I mean, in the grand scheme of our rating scale, it's a 100-point rating scale. There are a lot worse things that we could have rated some of these.
Right. There's no place on here that I would say is mediocre or you should avoid.
No.
Yeah,
right.
Any one of us would eat any one of these.
In fact, I think they were right. Even my scores in this, I think I had one in the 16. That was 69, and that's still good.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. So it's like,
take it for
one half a dozen the other. Just take it for what it's worth.
We can be a little hard.
We're not telling you to avoid any of them. Yeah.
A little hard things.
Now it's the timing. Now it's the best time.
This is our Hall of Fame, and it is totally different from the A Factor. Hall of Fame, remembering, is just it's your vote. It's so important because you are the ones that are going to be choosing the Hall of Famers here, and the whole idea is that every time we do a top 3 or a top 5 or recently it's top 3, we're getting our picks to the community, to the After Hours community, and then you start to to vote and even to bring your options for that category. This week, what we did is that we presented the options of our last show, which were the top 3 attraction scenes we love to visit in real life. And the whole scoring and the whole poll went like this. Flying over London with Peter Pan's got the most of the votes, followed by...
It's kind of shocking.
Yes. Followed by Progress City scene from People Mover. Seabase Alpha...
That's really close. I mean, that's 2 votes.
Yes, it was pretty close. Seabase Alpha, the seafloor, it was the 3rd one, followed by Harambe Wildlife Reserve and the Any Window or Porsches at Main Street, USA. So, the winner and the Hall of Famer that we're bringing this week is Flying Over London, the scene from Peter Pan's flight, and it's among fairly distinctive fellows there, Hall of Famers. We're already getting a whole bunch of Hall of Famers there. I'm pretty happy with the way that this screen looked like. And
you're gonna need a bigger screen soon.
We're gonna need a bigger screen.
I need multiple pages.
Yeah, it was nice. I like the whole thing. They're pretty distinct from the A Factor, because the A Factor is a non-democratic thing. Is the 3 of us, but the Hall of Fame are always pointing to the very special experiences, and that's the whole thing that I really like that. I really like that. What do you guys think about it?
Yeah, and it's something that you guys can always add to our list in the community. It's a good opportunity for you guys to interact with each other, talk about different things on the post, and add your own into the mix. So, What does that sound?
I didn't hear. Did you hear that? Oh, it's like a rattlesnake or something. It's like. Is it here?
What's
that sound?
Oh my gosh, I'm seeing the comments and I'm seeing lobster and I'm on
they're
diet.
on Team Lobster.
Collin, you'll always be my lobster.
As long as you scrape it off the burger.
Jason, let's go to What's the Sound. Please explain.
What's that sound? What's that sound? It's your and my favorite segment here on After Hours, where we will play for you a short, brief clip of sound, music, a noise from somewhere in Walt Disney World. Your job, should you choose to participate, which I hope you do, is to tell us what that sound is and where it is happening, and just go ahead and post it in the comments. And have as many guesses as you want. It's fun. I think this week's not so. I don't think this week is that. I think maybe there's one difficult one, but I think it's not so bad.
Yeah, I think no, it was well. There's I think 2 difficult ones there. The one that, but there's one that is really difficult, and I think it's the first one. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
You don't know the order. You don't know the order.
I don't know the order.
Okay.
No, I don't know the order.
So let's go to the first one in 1, 2, and 3.
Well, it's really soft.
I have no idea what that was.
It's really soft. You might have to crank the sound up.
Yeah, I will do it again in 1, 2, and 3.
It's gonna be easy. They're gonna get it like
that one's hard for me to hear.
Lickety split, as they say.
I will do it again in 1, 2, and 3.
Oh wait! Now the reveal's gonna blast your ears. So if you're wearing headphones, just consider yourself forewarned.
Well, crap.
Let's see. Liberty Square is what Peter is saying.
Oh, Peter, that's not a bad option. It's not right.
This made me
think
it's not bad. Of the scene in the Santa Claus movie where he's like walking down the street or something. I don't remember. I can't place the music, but it sounds like that.
in your top 3 Disney Christmas
was.
movie list.
It was. I love that
Yes.
movie.
Way to work that back in.
See?
Yeah.
It's an option. I don't know what show that was, so I can't really help you there. But sometime around
Doreen
Christmas,
says
if somebody wants
background
to go back
music
and
in
check
the
it out.
American Experience. Daryl says music in the Peter Pan line. American Pavilion Music Loop, Caleb says. No, so none of those yet. I haven't seen a correct answer. I
No,
haven't seen a correct answer yet.
no, this one is difficult.
American Experience, no. So I mean, you guys are. I can totally understand why you would be thinking that. It's not Princess Cavalcade. It's not Cinderella Castle. It is not across from Tangled Tower or the Tangled.
Does anybody know
Bathroom.
if they're actually doing that right now?
What's that? Tangled Bathrooms?
The Kiss Goodnight. I don't think so.
I mean,
Are
I
they
do.
not? I don't know. I haven't been
Shell
in
and
the
I-
park that late.
No, they're not doing that.
Disappointing.
I mean, you don't do a Kiss Goodnight?
No,
I'm single. I don't have an option there. If it's
Sarah
better not be
saying,
one
I
of
was
you
gonna
two.
say Magic Kingdom by the Castle.
I was in high school. Hollywood Studios Animation Courtyard. No, I didn't expect this to be that difficult.
Yeah, it
But
is
I kind of
difficult.
understand. I kind of also understand why. I also kind of understand why we don't have an answer yet.
It's kind of
So there's
obscure.
that. Chris Shepard says, "I don't think Jason knows what the Kiss Goodnight." I do know, Chris Shepard, and I will show you.
Please don't volunteer for that, Chris.
I will.
Shepard.
It's not a resort. So this is in a port. This is in a park. Mark Williams is asking one more time.
Okay, let's go in 1, 2, and 3.
Yes, I don't know.
Does
For
this
me,
relate to an attraction that was mentioned earlier in the show?
is Terry Doherty still here? Like, what's she? Where is she? What is she doing? Where is she?
It is. Can I say which is the park?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you could, but then they're gonna get it right away, probably.
No.
So they have, some of them have guessed the right park. So if you're thinking that it's Magic Kingdom, it's not. If you're thinking that it's Hollywood Studios, it's not. And if you're thinking it's Savannah music from Animal Kingdom, it's not. But it is in a park.
Unless they play the violin and
So there's that.
in the savannah.
I know. Like I'm surprised. Like I'm shocked. Actually,
I actually have
thought
no
was
idea
gonna
what
be
this is, but
so
I
easy.
can't hear it very well on our
I
end
can't
because
believe
of the
you guys
playback,
don't.
but
I can't believe you don't think, especially you, Colin. Honestly,
Well,
I really don't have a clue.
Well, it is.
Wow.
People
Wow, it's
people
area
are
music.
starting to guess guessing right which is the park.
Oh, you
Because-
think?
Yes, and someone already brought the right answer.
Oh, really?
If this is Epcot, I could think of two places this could be played, but I don't think either one of them are right, actually.
Daryl Collins. Good job, my friend. Good job.
Yes, and also Peter Mino said so.
Peter Mino.
Peter
There we
Mino
go.
and Darrow got
Jody.
it right. Jody too.
Yep. Let's go ahead and why don't we
Yep.
show play the reveal.
Yeah.
See, my first guess was going to be Peter Pan's Flight. Second guess was going to be the Gardens in Canada.
Well, you need to
Neither
spend
were
more time in Epcot. Okay.
Let's
How
go
about we
to
try
the
this again? Let's try this again.
Let's go to the second one. In 1, 2, and 3.
Fish out of water.
This is. I mean,
I'll play it again in 1, 2, and 3.
Marco.
Seal out of water.
Let's see. Do we have any answers coming in yet. I think they're still commenting about the other one. Spaceship Earth is not. It is not Spaceship Earth. Chris Shepard says backside of water.
I mean, they're probably just now hearing it.
Yeah, well, Lisa says water wheel at Harper's Mill. Oh, that's a Lisa. That's a good. That's
Clever.
a good.
That's a similar
good
sound.
guess. It's not that. It's not that. But very. You're onto something. I'll tell you that. Heather says rain. It's rain, and it rained, and it rained, and it rained. The deluge. Actually, I think there's one more rain in that. Running through the downpour in Epcot. No, it's running through the downpour in Magic Kingdom. Gosh, did you guys see that? You weren't there with me. You didn't watch last.
I did see that one.
Last Friday. Oh my goodness. Oh.
You got a little damp.
I mean, I was pretty dry. I had
3 minutes, and then it was gone.
I had my waterproof shoes on. I came prepared. I had my waterproof shoes on. I had my rain jacket, umbrella. Like I was.
Your friend was not as prepared.
Steven, not so much. No. Jungle Cruise, Big Thunder Mountain Falls. Not me splashing in water, Caleb. Although
that's
that would
Jason. Jason
the
in
bath
the fountain.
Oh, guess what?
Joe Logan. Good job, my friend.
That makes sense. That does make
Good
sense.
job, my friend. Lisa with the water wheel at Riverside. That's also another good. Yeah.
And that's one thing that I forgot to mention, guys. You remember our buddy Ron Moore from the Magic and Universe? He's also working in the series, the Swiss Family Robinson. They're doing a series for Disney.
They are?
Plus. Yes. And he's already
really?
working
That
out.
means it's staying.
Yes.
Doesn't mean it's staying.
Yes, it means it's staying. They're putting that bad boy on Disney Plus. That thing is staying.
Yes.
Or it's its nice farewell tour, one or the other.
No. It's staying.
I still want to take. I want fireworks to come back so I can get a fireworks shot from the top of that treehouse. It's on my list.
Collin wants a kiss goodnight at the top of the Swiss Family.
You know, I'm not picky. That's fine, depending on who it is.
Buddies, let's go to the third one.
Two, we're good.
Let's go to the third one in 1, 2, and 3. This is the easy one.
You think it's easy?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what this is.
I'm not surprised you even know the sound.
That's not.
Let's hear it one more. Let's hear it one more time.
In 1, 2, and 3.
That's a great sound, though, right?
Yes.
That's a great sound.
It's iconic.
I love
to
the
an
sound
extent,
of joy.
Or not.
Lisa says Big Thunder Mountain. Michael says Space Mountain. See Eric. Doreen says Thunder Mountain.
Lisa say wait Everest.
Wait Everest. I never heard of that. Chris says Thunder Mountain. Peter says Big Thunder. Carlene says Big Thunder. Lots of Big Thunder. Thunder, thunder, lightning. Very, very frightening.
Galileo.
Lots of big thunders. Lots of big thunders. Joe with the Haunted Mansion. Ooh, out of the box there, Joe. Outside the box. It's not the correct answer, but I like how you think. Mine Train
there are
also.
Three similar sounds to this actually around the park.
Runaway Railroad, Big Thunder Mountain. So
we have to be fair. We have to be fair because
there are some correct answers here.
Yeah, right in the beginning there was already a correct answer.
I know. We just bypassed, and now a couple more came in.
Yes.
So
Lisa,
the first
I think, was
Lisa Milam with the Wait Everest. That's not actually what it's called, but yes, Everest. And then Mary came in with Everest, and Mark Jones, good job with the Everest as well, and Danielle as well. That's it. Let's see the reveal.
great video.
I was like, you guys even know what that
I've
sounds
been
like?
on it.
You
Once.
have?
but I've been on it.
Gravy.
That's a great roller
I
coaster.
survived Everest. I wanted to get a shirt.
It's not one of the roller coaster that one, Big Thunder Mountain, Space Mountain. Sometimes I go. It's not that I avoid that much.
Yeah, this one I can do. I often choose not to though, just because it's. I mean, some days it doesn't sit well. Some days it's fine. Like that kind of thing. So.
I can. But for instance, Big Thunder and Space Mountain, no problem.
Thunder Mountain, all right every time.
I have only issues with the waiting there because sometimes you have big lines, but no problem with that.
Don't get me started on how the Thunder Mountain at Disneyland is so much better, though. That's just frustrating to me.
It is. But the queue for Expedition Everest is one of the. I mean,
yes,
maybe
it's one
the
of the
best.
It's very cool.
I mean, it's fantastic.
And I remember that I did that as an honorable mention on a honorable moment of After Hours.
You know, if you want to learn more about that story, there's a show on National. I think it's Disney Plus, the National Geographic section. There's a story about I think they call it the Vomitable Snowman, but it's basically Yeti. It's a good show.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think you meant a story about Expedition Everest.
No, that would be cool too, but they don't have that yet. Coming soon.
Yeah,
guys. One thing I like to do is thank Claire and John, Mark, Renato, Ben and Becca, and Luis for their help with Now is the Time. We do have also other ones that are waiting for the next show, but we need more. Please don't forget to send us your Now is the Time, Now is the Best Time videos. We need your help there. Don't worry.
You can always get more creative and do another one.
Yes,
more creative the better.
You can even repeat. Yes, you can. No problem coming back here. The thing is that if you did not show up yet, don't worry. Is because we have. A specific space that we can use that now is the time, so we're gonna use it well. So there are a few ones that I want to unveil, but there are a few ones that are already waiting, and we really appreciate your help there. Collin, now is your time to say
your time.
Pretty simple. So most of my stuff I'm pushing the most of the community aspect on Instagram right now. I'm doing some things there that I haven't been doing in the past. So go check that out. Follow along with us there. You may see some stuff about the show as well on an ongoing basis. And as I get closer to the 10K mark, I will be able to share some stuff and direct links to the show and some longer form content there as well, which will be nice for you guys to kind of see the show on repeat. But also, you can check out the store and my website at guide4ww.com. For the store, it's just put a little /shop on there. And I might be doing some other things with that in the not so distant future. So hang tight on that. I've got some plans and some ideas surrounding that. So we'll see what comes of it. But for now, check out the site. There is a new article up that went up in the last week or so. So check that one out if you haven't done so already. And I'm sure there'll be more things coming there sometime soon, as I may be somewhere else sometime in not so distant future, but we'll hold on to that for now.
Somewhere out there. Beneath.
You gonna sing for us?
For you.
You don't know which is the song?
Anything for you.
Yeah, most people get somebody else to sing to them. I get Jason.
For you.
No, but
everything.
Jason, he's not getting which are the songs. That's the whole thing.
I know. That's the best part.
That's the best part.
You know that I'd go anywhere for you, Collin. Anywhere for you.
This is gold,
now we have to do our earlier idea from earlier tonight.
Then you're supposed to say, would you climb a tree? And I'd say anything. You say, you got to work on your part, buddy.
Sounds a little scary.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to work on my part there.
Jason, it's your turn. Now it's your time.
Oh, it's my time. Oh, thank you guys so much for being here and for staying out with us. Tomorrow, I am excited to take you with me on our next lunch break to the Magic Kingdom, where we will be, thankfully, because you guys voted on this week. Thankfully, we will be taking a relaxing journey around the rivers of America, not a sudden plunge into certain doom, but a relaxing journey on rivers of America on the Liberty Bell. And I don't know, we'll see as time allows if there's something else we can do. But I also wanted to point out, this is a little shocking, but tomorrow's lunch break, you ready for this? Tomorrow's lunch break is the 150th lunch break.
Whoa!
150th lunch break.
My
Let
gosh.
that sink in. Let that sink in. For those of you who have been, I don't know if anyone's been there for all of them other than me. But if you have been there for most, like, just consider that for a second. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for showing up. It's a lot. It's a lot. I've heard that before.
Probably from me.
From you. my tailor. But I am looking forward to taking you guys with me to the Magic Kingdom. I do have another video. So there was a video that was supposed to come out this week from one of my favorite spots on property, a new favorite, and I don't think I'm going to release it because it's not perfect yet, and so I'm actually retooling it a little bit, adding a different sound, some different music to it, and then I'm going to repost it, or not repost it, but I'm going to post it. So be on the lookout for that. If you want to get alerted when that becomes available, finally, head on over to herewiththemagic.com, sign up for the newsletter. You can also head on over to youtube.com/herewiththemagic and subscribe. You want to ring the little bell. Speaking of which, I know we've talked about that tonight, but if you're watching on your device at home, and you want to subscribe to make sure you're getting notifications for after hours, make sure you tap on the screen. You can just tap where my name is right now. You'll see this little bell show up. You just ring the bell. You just ring the bell. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. I mean, don't play with it too much because then you'll unring it and ring it and unring it and you don't know where you left it off. Anyway, tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern, here with themagiclive.com. I hope to see you with me in the Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
That was abrupt.
let me bring one thing that I like to comment is that my content is important, as you're already aware of that. But sometimes I'm doing the live from interesting places. Like this week I went to the Guitar Hotel and the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino here in South Florida, and it was a pretty interesting night. Actually, I had the opportunity to broadcast the whole light show there, and it was really nice. So you can watch it in my YouTube channel, which is Ponto Orlando. That you just type Ponto Orlando, but you can follow me there. But then, Collin brought the idea that probably I need to start to. I would to bring some of these live things from the show from South Florida to our community and to our fan page.
So I don't have to learn a new language.
Yes, and I can do it in English. So yes, it's because the whole idea of After Hours is to go with us live. So we're going live for other places, and could be probably in the future, including Kentucky and places where we visit. So yes,
an even better reason to be in the community, so you see some of these things.
In a short space of time, I'm gonna start to talk with our buddies here, and then there will be some live shows that I will do from location here in Miami. Okay.
I like it.
You know what I forgot to mention?
What?
I forgot to mention something else.
What?
I guess it's kind of just a reminder. No, chicken. Big little chicken. You can't see big old chicken. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern is our video call for the Here with the Magic Cafe members, the Comfy Couch members, Comfy Chair members. Sorry. So wear your comfy pants. 7 p.m. Eastern. And if you don't have the link yet, send me a message.
You don't technically have to wear pants.
Send me a message.
Computer.
Just don't tell me. 7 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to learn more about the cafe, head on over to herewiththemagic.com/support. Thank you. Sorry, Carlos.
No, the other thing I like to do is actually to thank the audience. But tonight, I need to thank you, Jason, and thank you, Collin. I always said to everybody that I love the audience, but the best part of this show for me is the opportunity to be with you, Jason, with you, Collin. You are truly not only really good colleagues on doing that, but you are my friends and my buddies. And I thank you very much for everything you do. Everything you do. Okay? Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
And you
we
guys
kind of
have
like
to
you too.
realize he carries us a lot of weeks on a lot of this stuff.
And you've seen me. It's not easy.
No.
I'm a little easier. I mean,
no, we love you, buddy.
This is a blessing. This is a blessing.
Now I got to drive down to Miami and give you a hug and have.
That's the whole thing that I'm doing here. That's what I'm doing. Actually, just to make everybody happy, tomorrow, around this time, I'm gonna be hugging Maria. Maria is going to be visiting us for
nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes. Thank you, buddies. Well, on behalf of myself and my buddies, Jason and Collin, I'd like to wish you a wonderful night, a wonderful and magical rest of the week. Please be safe. Take care. And see you next week. Bye-bye.
Have a good evening.
See you guys.
Stories, losses, and all the glory.